Alright, we're going to give you a little walkthrough of the LiuGong 915D. It's got a Cummins 4.5 rated at 140 horse. Back in here you have a Kawasaki pump. You got your primary and secondary fuel filters. You also got your oil filters and hydraulic filters are in here. There's sight gap glass there for the hydraulic oil over here. Walk around, there's a toolbox area right here for a toolbox, which is locked right now. There's fuel sight gauge on it. Here's where you can check the engine back here. Lift that up. There's the engine. You can check the oil right there. It's got an air conditioning pump on there. There's the radiator. Over here is your drive pumps. There's also a dipstick right there, so you can check the oil in your drive pump for your turntable. There's your main hydraulic valves. You got a grease bank right over here to grease everything with for your main arms. We'll crawl up into the cab here. Take a look at what we got in here. Over here's your key to start it. It's got a preheater on it. If it's below 18 degrees Celsius, it'll do the preheater and then it'll let you start it. It's got the auto idle, so it'll idle down. There's your lights. It'll go almost 4 miles an hour in the high speed mode. Here's where it's on the auto idle. You can turn the alarm off too, so when you're tracking it doesn't beep all the time. These are your diagnostics. You can set the idle up or down here. Here's your wait to start light. This will flash a code if there's an engine code. The warning light will come on and it'll flash a code. Your air conditioners over here, your temperature, fan speed, and a radio with the MP3 player jack input. It's also got a USB input. A lot of room behind. Seat here has a spot back here. You can switch the controls between Cat and John Deere controls. We'll sit down in here. I'm going to go over the display. The display's got the hours. Up in here, your voltage, what work mode you're in, if you're in the fast or slow mode. Here it's on the auto. I can take that off. That's for your RPMs if the auto shuts down. Gives you the time, date. You can also go pick out your system status. On here it tells you what your engine oil pressure is, your coolant temperature, voltage, all that stuff listed right there, your RPM. And it's also got all your pump pressures, pilot pressures, engine intake air pressure. It'll also tell you if your air cleaner's getting plugged up or not. There's your maintenance info on here. Tells you what your 8-hour maintenance is, your 50-hour maintenance, all that stuff. It's all listed on there. So that's a little bit on the display. A little bit on the controls, standard controls. That pretty much moves your tracks. This is for your auxiliary hydraulics that are already plumbed down there to the end of the loader arms. And over here is where your stick is for the blade off the front. This is your control lock. Now it's in the work mode, and you can go ahead and run the machine. Now another thing on the inside of this, it's got this emergency. You can run the machine so it doesn't. You can flip this switch, and you can run the machine throttle manually right here instead of having the automatic idle feature on. That's what that's for. So you can override the auto idle business with that. And then back here is your fuse box with all the fuses. And there's also a little light by the fuse, so if the fuse is out, there's a light on. And here is the back of the machine. Well, it's actually the front, but you got it swung around. Here's the blade. They really did a nice job with that. It's a heavy-duty blade, and it's built with some pretty tough stuff there. It's like some pretty heavy-duty iron on that blade. Here's a look at the undercarriage, the drives there. It's got that greasable cylinder in there to tighten the tracks with and stuff. So look at that. And here's a look on the right side here, or left side I should say, in this area where the air cleaner is. Here's the air cleaner, the pre-cleaner. Both batteries are right here to get at. Your antifreeze overflow and your machine disconnect is right there too.